Cause I'm coming for them belts, boy. You gonna see the raft of the new champ. Different energy, different spirit. Coming to win. I tried to learn boxing, stick and move. Isolating the sweet science of the sport, doctrinating my style. But we're going back to the raw, rugged streets. That's where I belong. I never followed no athletes growing up, no movie stars. I followed the hustlers, the Rayful Edmonds, the Jeff Ports, the Nicky Barnes, the Big Meaches, the Larry Hoovers. You understand me? They're the people that gave me that inspiration, the ones that came up from the streets to the top of the world, the empires, the bangers, the hustlers.
I don't need to save money. I want to put on good fights. So that was a good fight for DAZN. So I'm disappointed. But what is the point in signing up for drug testing if when you fail, everyone just goes, "Oh, don't worry about it. Just let him fight." You know?
Yeah.
So the argument of, well, it's all right with UKAD is totally irrelevant. You've signed drug testing with VADA, the best testing agency, in my opinion, in the sport.
Right, if I was on the phone to the Chinese, local Chinese, it'd be egg fried rice, special fried rice, large, plain chow mein, shredded chicken chow mein, large, salt and chili king prawn, salt and chili chicken, kung po prawn, sweet and sour chicken balls, sweet and sour pork balls, shredded chili beef, beef in black bean sauce, mini pancake rolls, large pancake roll, curry sauce, 2 portions of prawn crackers. Bosh. On Saturday night, I'll be listening to Issac versus Joshua, exclusively live on TalkSport, while I'm enjoying my Saturday night Chinese. Special fried rice, bosh. Special chow mein, bosh. Sweet and sour chicken balls, bosh. Sweet and sour chicken Hong Kong style, bosh. Salt and chili king prawn, bosh. Salt and chili chicken, bosh. Barbecue spare ribs, bosh. Roast pork Chinese style, bosh. Crispy aromatic duck, bosh. Chips, bosh. Prawn crackers, bosh. Curry sauce, bosh.
Don't worry, I am here, you know. I'm trying to open this fucking can of nourishment. Jeez, why did they make the can of nourishment so hard to open? Shit. I already know this stuff is going to make my piss turn yellow. Right. Yes, stench. I suppose we should let the clown show begin. What should we do? This one. Oh no, that's not the clown show music. Sorry about that. The clown show music is this one. Right. Last night, what was it? Fucking hell. 3 clown shows, 1 night. What an absolute disgrace to boxing last night was. Last night was an absolute fucking disgrace. Yes, I am having a vanilla nourishment. So if you like vanilla nourishment, please hit the like button. 38 in the chat so far. If you want to be part of the chat, please hit subscribe. Let's start off with the poll. Who is the clown of the week? And these are nominees for clown of the week, all right? Nominees for clown of the week. Rolly Romero. Fucking hell. I'll talk about him in a little bit. Rolly Romero. Is he one of your nominations for the clown of the week? Fucking Issac Lowe. Issac Countdown Lowe. Issac Mastermind Lowe. The man who... Issac Lowe's probably a man who would get outwitted by one of them fucking crosswords you get on the back of a box of cornflakes. That's how intelligent Issac Lowe is. He's down in fucking London going around starting fights with fucking flyweights for no reason. So Issac Lowe definitely on the fucking list this week. John Fury. I'm sorry, John, but John Fury absolutely has to go on this week's Clown of the Week list. I mean, he got KO'd by a fucking microphone, and I've got the exclusive video for that Dench kindly provided me the video of that, so we might have to do that. And who else? We've got Romero. Where's my list there? We've got Romero. We've got Issac Lowe. We've got John Fury. Who else is in there? Let's just put others. If anybody else has got any other suggestion, there's an others option there. Others option. Just put it in the comments. Put it in the comments. Right, let's see. There you go. Who is the clown of the week? Poll is currently available on YouTube. Right. Fucking hell. Where do we get going here? Sorry about that. Listen, I'm missing a lot of sport to do this, so we might try and make this quick because I've got to watch Phoenix. I've got to watch Phoenix ain't in the fucking NBA no more. Elimination game. Joel M. Flop. Yeah. And Harden against the Celtics. I've got to watch that. Also, Barcelona are on the verge of winning the league, so we need to watch that. Shout out to all my Arsenal fans out there. I know life's tough for your Arsenal fans out there. Good season. But, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. Oh, M.A. Khan says, Ellie, bro, I can't do El Brook because I'm on good terms with Mark Tibbs. All right, then. Yes. Let's... Oh, shit. Sorry, I just shook this can of nourishment and spilled it all over the fucking yellow vanilla. Can you someone nominate me for Clown of the Week, please? Is that all right? Let me see if I can edit the poll 1 sec. Can I edit this poll? Jesus fucking Christ. I'm on here claiming to be a black man and I don't even know how to shake a can of nourishment. How does that fucking work? That's gonna get the haters set off again, isn't it? Well, claims he's black. How can he be black? He don't even know how to fucking shake a can of vanilla nourishment properly. He's a fraud. He's a fucking fraud. Jesus. Hold on 1 sec. Fucking hell. Oh, someone said Ben Shalom. Yeah, Ben Shalom definitely up there. Hold on 1 sec. Right. Sorry about that. You can probably smell the vanilla from where you guys are sitting. Jesus Christ almighty. You know what, Yo King? Maybe I need to get a DNA test. Maybe my parents lied to me. I always thought I was a brother, but you know what? The light skin and all of a sudden now struggling to open a can of nourishment. It's getting deep, innit? Maybe I need to order one of them. What are them kits called? Genetic 365 or what are them kits called? Maybe I need to order one of them DNA tests of Amazon and clear this up once and for all. I'll probably find out I'm fucking 99.9% Caucasian or something. Okay, right. Let's where should we start? Right, should we start with John Fury? Because I think this is hilarious, me personally. I think this is absolutely hilarious. So let's start with John Fury. All right. Let's start. I'm not supposed to be showing that. What a disaster. Hold on a minute. Where's my video of John Fury? John Fury taking his first professional loss in a boxing ring to a microphone. I told you about this last night, innit? Told you about this last night. Big John Fury tried to get on the mic, yeah, and put all the attention on himself, didn't he? Yeah. After that KSI versus here we go. So hopefully I don't get done for this yet. But this is this for me, yeah, is one of the funniest videos I've seen this year in 2023. One sec. This is one of the funniest fucking videos. Big up H Money. This is one of the biggest, funniest videos I have seen all week, yeah? So you got KSI, yeah? And he's just tried to fake headbutt Tommy Fury, yeah? And they're having this big brawl in the ring, yeah? You can see they're having a big brawl in the ring. Look, if you're there, you can see the shit stir extraordinaire. Cougs. Can you see there? Press one if you can see Cougs, yeah? The fucking shit stir extraordinaire getting his camera out. So when we play this, yeah, don't forget to watch out for Cougs, but just watch John Fury and watch the microphone, yeah? You can't beat this. This is John Fury, yeah? My nomination for Clown of the Week. Let's have a look. No sound, by the way, for obvious reasons. There he is, trying to talk into the mic. It's not on. Press one if you can see that. Can you see that? Denture's right. It's not on. Producer's like, yeah, John, give me the mic back. You're not supposed to be fucking talking. What an absolute fucking clown. Surprised nobody saw that, innit? John Fury, innit, yeah? Trying to take the attention and limelight for himself. Somehow, yeah, he went and took a microphone, innit? Shame he forgot to switch it on first. Probably because he just took it, innit? John Fury. He obviously just took it unannounced, didn't it? He obviously took it unannounced without telling anybody. The thing is, John, yeah, there's a fucking production team on standby to make sure little mishaps like that don't happen. You've got to ask somebody first, John, then I'll switch it on for you if they want you to talk. But they didn't want you to talk in it, John. And like Dench says, you can see him say, that's not on. Look, there he is trying to talk. Look. That's not on. What an absolute fucking clown show from start to finish. What an absolute joke. For me, that was worse than a fucking Muay Thai, yeah? Bruce Lee elbow that KSI threw at Joe Fournier last night. Fucking embarrassing that was, but this was even fucking worse. And of course, if you carry on, look at this, look. You can see Mr. Be Safe Cougs there, look. Look at Mr. Be Safe at the back, look. Can you see him? He's loving it, look. Yeah, look. Can you see Cougs? He's loving it, mate. All of this fresh beef, yeah, that you can put on IFL TV. Cougs absolutely fucking loving it in the background. Look, if you look closely at Coogan's lips, you can see Coogan saying, be safe, everybody in the background. Coogan loving it there. So, John Fury, yeah, there you go. My nomination, yeah, for I'm going to put a vote for John Fury. Like, for me, look. Oh, I haven't put the fucking poll up, have I? Let me have a look. I've actually put the poll up. Oh, Jesus. Sorry, I haven't put the poll up. There you go. Oh, the poll's not working. All right. We'll have to do it manually. Sorry, I'm trying to put a poll up and YouTube's giving me an error. But look, I'm going for John Fury. Like, enough of this guy, man. Enough's enough of this guy, John Fury. So, John Fury, my personal nomination for Clown of the Week. Even the microphones had enough of him. Thank you, Dench, for the video on that. Let me carry on with another absolute clown. This man, Issac Lowe. What do you guys think about this guy, Issac Lowe? I have to be honest with you, yeah? More beef involving Issac Lowe. This time, yeah, he's turned up to the middle of London and he's now trying to start a fight with Prince Patel. For what reason, I don't know, because I think Prince Patel is 2 or 3 weight classes below him. And there's been talks of some kind of fight. Now, Issac Lowe is looking for a fight. The problem is nobody wants to put Issac Lowe on their cards. The only reason why Issac Lowe would knock me out, right? But let's just tell the truth about Issac Lowe, right? The only reason why Issac Lowe's even got on TV in the last five years is because he's permanently up the you-know-what of Tyson Fury. Press 5 if you agree with that, and press 6 if you disagree. Press 5 if you agree with that. Press. The only reason he gets on anybody's cards is because, yeah, he's permanently up the jacksie of you-know-who. Especially in training camp. So Tyson Fury's training, Issac Lowe's training at the fucking same time, and then that's how Issac Lowe gets on the cards at the same time. But for some reason now, Issac, yeah, has found out the hard way that no promoter is really, really interested in Issac Lowe, yeah. No promoter is really interested in dealing with Issac Lowe, putting him on the card. The last time we saw Issac Lowe on a BT Sport card, he got wiped out by Nick Ball, right? No real need, yeah, to see Issac Lowe ever again, really, in the boxing ring. But it is what it is. But he's determined to get a fight. And if you aren't following Issac Lowe on Twitter, I'd have to tell you, it is one hell of a follow. If you haven't been following the Twitter beef between Issac Lowe and Prince Patel, it's definitely worth following. If not for the spelling, if nothing else. I mean, you can see here, this is Issac Lowe asking Prince Patel for a fight at bantamweight. And I'm not joking. This is actually Issac Lowe's tweet here. And I know some of you will have problems understanding this, yeah, because it's not written in any kind of legible English, but I think it means something like this. I shit you not. Pal, you don't fight no one. Are you asking me to go down to Bampton? Wait, are you serious? Ha, ha, ha. But I tell you what I will do. I go down to Super Brampton and smash up. That's Issac Lowe there. There you go. That's Issac Lowe. I think, listen, like I said before, yeah, big up Brampton. What is it? He can't even, 1 minute he spelled it Bampton, and then in the next minute he spelled it Brampton. Brampton. Isn't that where all them fucking apples come from? You know when you go to Sainsbury's and you get all them Bramley apples that you used to cook with? Isn't that where all the Bramley apples come from that they get from Sainsbury's? Don't they come from Brampton or something? What the fuck is Issac Lowe talking about? Tweeting this, and that's how you know this guy ain't got no management. You know he's got no management. You know what I mean? Because it's about his MTK word. Do you know what I mean? Listen, You know, a lot of people allege that MTK are a bunch of murdering drug dealers. I mean, I'm not saying a yes or no to that. I'm just saying a lot of people have alleged that MTK are a bunch of murdering drug dealers. But even they have more common sense, yeah, than to get involved and manage an absolute clown like this. Bampton. Are you asking me to go down to Bampton? But I tell you what I will do. I will go down to Super Brampton and smash up. And smash up. There you go. Look. And smash up. So it is what it is. Oh, listen. I've said it before, innit? Listen. Isaac Lowe claims on his day he's undefeatable and nobody can beat him. Listen, like I said before, I want to see him go one-on-one with Spot the Dog. That's who he needs to have a fight with, in my opinion. Listen, he's going around London, yeah? Fucking chasing flyweights, isn't he? He going around London, innit? Chasing flyweights, calling out flyweights and trying to intimidate people and strangle people, innit? What I want to see is this, right? Listen, I'm happy to put in a purse bid for this. If they want to do a purse bid for this, I'm happy to do a purse bid for this. What I want to see is this. I want to see Isaac Lowe 12 times 3 rounds versus Spot the Dog. That's personally what I want to see, all right? And if there's a purse bid for it, I'll actually enter the purse bid and put money in for it. 12 times 3 minutes, Isaac Lowe. All right, 3 minutes around. You and Spot the Dog. I want you to read this book as much as you can for 3 rounds. If you make a spelling mistake, that's a knockdown. We're going to do a 3 knockdown rule, right? So 3-minute rounds of reading Spot the Dog. Every time you make a mistake or a spelling mistake, that's a knockdown. We're calling that a 10-hit round, yeah? 3 knockdowns in a round, that's it, you're out. We're waving it off. Yeah? Let me know. Let your management get in. Well, you ain't got management, obviously, because, you know, even management know how to use a spell checker. But you know what I mean, don't you? Claims he's looking for a sponsorship. He's like, oh, if anybody wants to sponsor me, please get in touch. Yeah. And I actually tweeted him, look, should get in touch with Grammarly, innit? He's out here looking for a sponsor. I'm trying to find a tweet. I'm shitting you not. He's like, anybody who wants to sponsor me, let me know. I'm saying, I pinged him. I said, listen, Isaac, you need to get sponsored by Grammarly, mate. Because sure, Grammarly. That's who Isaac Lowe needs to be sponsored by, mate. Grammarly. I'm just swinging here, look. Great writing assistance. Jesus Christ almighty. Do you know what? To be honest with you, yeah? Just to say, no disrespect to Isaac Lowe, who would knock me out, but I'm just thinking, I'm not sure Grammarly is suitable because this only checks your spelling in a browser. Like with Isaac Lowe, we'd have to check his spelling everywhere, like in all his text messages, in all his fucking letters, in all his fucking direct messages. We'd have to check. Do you know what? To be honest with you, Grammarly might have to build some kind of microchip, yeah, and literally install it in Isaac Lowe's brain. That's pretty much the only way you're going to get him in it. Because if you put this in a browser, innit, if he exits his browser, do you know what I mean? It's not going to catch all his spelling mistakes, innit? It's not going to catch all his grammar mistakes. Just how powerful is AI these days? Put one of them AI chips under the skin, inject it straight under his skin or something. And every time he makes a spelling mistake, innit, but correct him. Anyway, look, it is what it is. Martin Warren says, Isaac, Scrabble champion Lowe. Like I said, 12 threes, Isaac Lowe, Spot the Dog. That's what I want to see. If he can do that, then by all means, get him on the BT card, Nick. Get him on the BT card. Allow him back on TV. He's allowed to come back in public. But until he can do that, until he proves that he can actually it's terrible text. Until he proves blah blah blah, then it is what it is. Right. Somebody sent me something about the PBA. Somebody sent me something about this professional boxing association. Let me have a look at it. Who did that? Let me just check while I check this, let me leave you with this. This is the haul I got from I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I actually did go to Sainsbury's the other day. It's not that all the money's ran out. It's just that the missus actually wanted to go to Sainsbury's for a change. So we did go into Sainsbury's and I did go into the ethnic section. Believe it or not, that's what I picked up. And you can see there, I've got a couple of tins of nourishment. One of them, which is currently spilled all over my fucking desk. The KA Fruit Punch, I already finished that shit. Black grape ain't for me, man. Everyone talking about black grape. Black grape ain't for me. And I ain't got through this chicken spice mix yet. So I've got a few things in it. But I'm trying to find what's going on with the PBA. Anyway, let's crack on. The reason why is because the question is, what are the PBA going to do about this. What are they going to do about Misfits? Yeah. What are they going to do about Misfits and what's going on? So Joe Fournier is saying he's going to contest this result. So it looks like KSI and Joe Fournier is likely to be a no contest. That's what it's likely to be. It looks like KSI versus Joe Fournier is likely to be a no contest. And I've heard there's somebody who would know posted a rumor online that basically what will happen is they're going to have a rematch in a couple of months' time, and then him and Tommy Fury will fight in December or something like that. So that's the route. That listen, I think it's pointless because I actually believe that KSI will stop Joe Fournier anyway in the same way. But look, Misfits last night. Listen, I do like Wings of Redemption. I've got a bit of time for Wings of Redemption, but this stuff, looking back on it now, innit? 2 400-pounders in the ring. I mean, the first round, allegedly, Boogie spent most of the first round trying to pull up. They having to take this man's trunks. A 400-pound man's trunks. They're having to literally tape his trunks around his waist. Most of the first round was this man's trunks falling down his effing ankles. And then he got fucking stopped in the second round. Look, it's not a good look for boxing. I'm sorry. It's just not a good look for boxing. Misfits isn't a good look for boxing. And like I said before, if you look at the individuals that are involved in this, you've got, what's his name? Fucking Calisauerland. Jesus fucking Christ. You know, if I'm a professional, I've got to be careful what I say here, but you know, if I'm any kind of sort of professional boxing organization and I've got Calisauerland sniffing around that promotion, no pun intended, fucking hell, like alarm bells are going to start ringing for me. I don't give a shit how many events he's put on in the past or not. I don't give a shit. I'm sorry. After what happened with fucking Conor Benn and fucking Chris Eubank Jr. and the way that Chris Eubank Jr. was going to be allowed to step into that ring, and looking at how Chris Eubank Jr. was against Liam Smith, can you imagine what would have happened if they let him in the ring against Conor Benn that night? He'd have been in serious trouble, you know. Look how bad Chris Eubank Jr. looked against Liam Smith. And that's after he was given X amount of time to recover, put back on the weight and not drain himself. Can you imagine had they put him in the ring with Conor Benn that night? Jesus, that could have been super dangerous. That could have been super fucking dangerous. So any organization that sort of aligns itself or allows Calisauerland to be involved in the promotions, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, needs to take a very, very strong look at itself. And then you've got this, which I'll be honest with you, I haven't seen the fight and I can't show the KO. But this Rolly Romero versus Barroso thing, Lord Jesus Christ. I mean, they're calling this the worst stoppage of all time. That's how bad this stoppage is by Tony Weeks. They're calling this the worst stoppage of all time in all of boxing. The sport is an absolute fucking clown show. Like, make no mistake about that. And let me first off start by, big up Tony. Let me start off by saying this, right? Let me start. Do any of you guys play Street Fighter? Yes or no? Have any of you guys ever played Street Fighter 3 Third Strike? Because if you have, all right, if you've ever played Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, you'll know that there's this guy in it called Oro in Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. This is who they put Rolly Romero in the ring with, for a fucking WBA world title. Legit. They're putting him in with like 100. Look at this dude, Oro. He looks exactly like Barroso. Do you not think? Look, not being funny, but look at Barroso, He is a carbon copy, of Oro, from from Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. I'm here. Sorry. I pressed the wrong button. I was switching screens. I pressed the wrong button. But look, innit? He looks exactly like Oro. Press one of you agree with me, that Ishmael Barroso, looks like Oro from Street Fighter 3. Looks exactly like him. This is who they put in, with Rolly Romero, for a fucking WBA title. And fuck me, did he fuck it up? Did he fuck it up royally? I mean, he got knocked down in the third round. it did look to me like the cleanest of knockdowns. It looked like there was a clash of feet as well, to be honest. So I have to say, it did look like there was a clash of feet. Having said that, Rolly got up and he looked ginger after that. So maybe he was hurt. But the stoppage from Tony Weeks is just, I don't understand it. I mean, the only way I can describe it is corruption. Would you agree with that? And I just think more people need to call it how it is. Mumra. Mumra from Thundercats. I'll get that up in a sec. Ishmael Barroso, aka Mumra from Thunder. He looks exactly like him, doesn't he? Yo. Rolly Romero versus Ishmael Barroso. But let me get the fight poster. Look at this. There we go. Look. Fucking hell. Look at the state of this guy. Fuck me. He should be at home with a pipe and slippers, shouldn't he? No disrespect to Ishmael Barroso. He's an absolute warrior, yeah? But fuck me. He shouldn't be in a fucking boxing ring, should he? He should be at home, innit? With a nice cup of Horlicks in a reclining chair. As I keep saying. He should be in a reclining chair with a nice mug of Horlicks, all right? With a copy of the fucking Daily Express and a crossword puzzle. Straight up, look at him. Look at him. He looks fossilized. No disrespect to Ishmael Barroso, who's a warrior, but he legit looks fossilized. He looks fossilized, bro. He looks fossilized. He looks preserved. He looks like someone's just... He looks like someone's wrapped him up in preservatives and then pulled him out of a cryogenic chamber to fight Rolly Romero. And Romero still couldn't get that job done clearly. Add that to the list of things that Rolly Romero can't do, including, speak, hear. I mean, I was going to make a joke there and I was going to get done for it. But I mean, Rolly Romero does have some, no disrespect, he does have some serious issues there, innit? Let's put it this way. He's got a lot of difficulties in it, getting the point across. Let's put it that way, innit? Yeah. He's got a lot of difficulties getting the point across, Rolly Romero. Him and Ahara Davis in a fucking press conference is going to be fucking unbelievable, isn't it? Him and Ahara Davis. Bloody hell. Them two going back and forth. Let's put it this way. It's not something that you put on the Oxford Union, is it? It was not exactly something that would be put up on the Oxford University Union debate, would it? Jesus Christ. I have to say, though, who do you guys think is going to win, Ahara or Rolly Romero? Rolly can punch. There's no question about it. But so can Ahara, man. Who have you got in that fight? Rolly Romero or Ahara Davis? I mean, I said before, I think you just have to call it corruption. That's my opinion. Like, the stoppage was just, it made no sense whatsoever. Right? I just feel, that you have to just call it what it is. You have to call it corruption, in my opinion. It's one of the worst stoppages, especially when you can see, I'm not going to show the video, but you can see Barroso's fighting back. And that's what makes it so fucking terrible. Barroso, at no point did Barroso stop fighting back. He was letting shots go. He was firing with shots. He'd already knocked the guy down. I mean, what the fuck is wrong with this referee? I mean, you've got to give him the benefit of the doubt in a world title fight. I mean, it was just horrific. Tony saying, Google Indiana Jones and the Holy Grail. Image third down looks like Barroso, in my opinion. This better be fucking good, Tony. This better be fucking good. Actually, I'm using DuckDuckGo. All right, this ain't going to work, but let's see. I know what you're talking about, Tony. I know exactly what you're talking about. It's that dude, isn't it? Hold on. Yeah. Oh, YouTube. It's that dude who gets mummified, isn't it? I remember that scene. I was shook at that, Do you remember that scene in Indiana Jones when a guy touches the gold cup and he's not supposed to? He touches the Holy Grail and he ain't supposed to. Barroso. Let me that man's picture. Let me get that picture up of Barroso. Lord Jesus fucking Christ, mate. It is what it is, isn't it? It is what it is. Listen, Listen. They're sticking these guys in the ring, for fucking title shots. Do you know why? Why are we doing this? Why are we putting, fossilized boxers in the ring with Romero. Do you know why we're doing it? Because fighters in boxing don't know how to take their PEDs and pass tests. Press 1 if you agree with me on that, or press 2 if you disagree with me. That's the reason why we're having to put, fossilized boxers in the ring, with Romero. Because boxers don't know, how to pass their tests. They don't know how to take their PEDs and time it correctly. So everyone's getting fucking caught at the minute because nobody's got their fucking timings right. Do you know what? We need to start educating these fighters. I've said it before. We need to start a program to start educating these fighters, to start passing your drugs tests. Know when you take something, know when to cycle off something, know when to not answer the door to the drug testers. Just do like Serena Williams does. When the drug testers come and knock on your door, just say, do you know what I mean? You think it's some kind of stalker and run to your panic room and call the police. Serious, like. Just don't answer the door. How hard is it? Random testing. Listen, that's how you get around this shit. Every day, these guys do it. Fuck all this whereabouts program. Oh, you need to give us your whereabouts. Just don't open the fucking door. It's so simple. Don't open the door. Come up with an excuse, etc., etc. Just don't take the fucking test, Or don't take the test until you know for sure it's out of your system. But these guys are a fucking clown, isn't it? These guys are absolute clowns. So it is what it is. So we end up with these bullshit fights, don't we? We end up with these bullshit fights because fighters don't know how to pass their fucking tests. Right. I'm nearly out of breath. I think the nourishment, spillage has kind of thrown me off my game. Is there anything else that I forgot to mention or anything else that you guys want to talk about? We've already done KSI versus Joe Fournier to death. There's no reason to do that. We've done Tommy Fury to death. I told you yesterday. Tommy Fury, for those of you who missed it in yesterday's show, Tommy Fury is sitting at home with John Fury and they're posing for checks like lottery winners because it's just a lot of money out there for fighting bums. Period. Like, all they can see is a lot of money out there for fighting scrubs. So for those of you who missed the show, I said it yesterday. People are asking when Tommy Fury is going to be fighting a world-class fighter. When's Tommy Fury going to be getting in the ring with somebody at world level? I keep telling you, don't worry about Tommy Fury and John Fury and all the Fury family because right now they can smell the money. Told you before, live images, from the Fury household. There you go. Told you yesterday, live images from the Fury household. Simple and plain. Simple and plain. They're sitting at home, popping champagne corks and posing with big checks. All they can see is a bunch of fucking YouTubers elbowing each other. And they're about to go in and clean up at a fucking £1 million a time. It is what it is. Next week's predictions. What boxing have we actually got next week? Shall we check the is it Lara and fucking who? Shall we check the let's do a quick check on the world's #1 promotion, Matchroom Boxing. Look. Can you see? Look, they're still dying out on Klitschko and AJ. Can you see? Look. That's how you know Matchroom are coming to the end, You know what I mean? That's how you know Matchroom are coming to the fucking end. Look, can you see that on the little website? It's still dying out on AJ. How long ago was AJ and Klitschko now? Fucking hell. I still had hair on my head when that fight happened. Can you see? Still dining out on AJ versus Klitschko, Froch and Groves. Fucking hell. They've had it, haven't they? So we've got 27th of May, Lara versus Thing. We've got, oh God. Let's have a look. Hold on, let me get up here. Events. Let's see them in date order. Right. Taylor versus, so you guys are saying it's Haney versus Loma. I think what you mean to be saying is it's really Taylor versus Cameron. Ain't this the big event that you guys are all going to be watching? Why would you watch Haney versus Loma when you can watch the real undisputed fight? Katie Taylor versus Chantel Cameron. Do you know what? Women's boxing, I have to say, is coming along really well, isn't it? I have to say, I mean, how many fights is it before you fight for a world title of women's boxing? Ellie, who is it? Who's the new Sandy Ryan? She became world champion in her 7th fight. How long did it take Shannon Courtney? By the way, Shannon Courtney's fighting for a world title, by the way. I think it might be on this card. How long did it take Shannon Courtney to fight for a world title? Let me just check on BoxRec and cheat. How many fights did it take for Shannon Courtney to fight for a world title? Let's have a look. Shannon Courtney. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here you go. 6-7. Shannon Courtney, 7 fights. 7 fights. Shannon Courtney was a world champion, yeah? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th fight. Shannon Courtney was world champion in her 8th fight. Let's have a look at Sandy Ryan. How long did it take Sandy Ryan to become a champion in this era of boxing? No, just because people like to talk about resume, innit? People always banging on about, resumes, innit? Resumes are really important in boxing, apparently, not skill. Apparently, that's what I've been told. Let's have a look at Sandy Ryan's resume then. How many fights has she fucking had then? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She fought for a world title in her 7th fight, and she actually lost. She lost her 4th fight, and by fight 7, she was fighting for a world title, and her next fight's going to be undisputed. Let me get the Jose Mourinho mem up. Let me get the Jose Mourinho mem up. Let me get up the Jose Mourinho mem. Because this is probably it, isn't it? Let me get up the Jose Mourinho mem. There you go. I look at this box rec, yeah? Fighting for a world title in your 7th fight, yeah? I prefer not to speak. If I speak, I'm in big trouble. And I don't want to be in big trouble. What can you say about that, innit? Fucking hell. Let's have a look at this card here, yeah? British boxing's booming, apparently. You guys will love this one. Chantal Cameron, who, let me tell you the truth, don't go anywhere. You will find this funny. Trust me. You will actually find this funny. Don't go anywhere. Chantal Cameron has been defeated before. So people are telling me Chantal Cameron is 117 and never lost. That's a lie. Let me see if I can get you video footage of Chantal Cameron's first ever loss. Here we go. They lying. They saying that Chantal Cameron ain't never taken a loss before. She undefeated. That's a lie. Chantal Cameron got defeated 2 years ago by Wendy, yeah, in Kingsthorpe Waitrose, Northampton. Here's the proof. This is Chantal Cameron, yeah, on the 16th of March, 2020. Chantal Cameron's tweeting Waitrose. Kingsthorpe, Northampton. Your member of staff, Wendy, needs to get off the till today as she clearly isn't okay. So rude and unhinged. Accusing me of not belonging in Waitrose when Wendy don't know people skills to begin with. The manager needs to get her in the back. Press 7 if you found that funny though. Lying about Chantal Cameron telling people, yeah, Chantal Cameron undefeated. That's a lie. Chantal Cameron went into Waitrose, Kingsthorpe, Northampton, yeah, on the 16th of March, 2020, and got told straight up, your type don't belong in Waitrose. You don't belong in Waitrose. Man, she took that L to Wendy, man. Someone needs to put that L on Chantal Cameron record, man. That's why I keep telling you guys, Waitrose ain't for everybody, all right? Waitrose is not for everybody, all right? Let me get my socks on. Waitrose is not for everybody. Chantal Cameron thought she could step into Waitrose, yeah, and start giving people the orders. Probably walked in with one of them dodgy belts that they wear. Well, let me see that picture of her with them belts. Probably walked in with one of these plastic belts that she be. Hold on a minute. Let me ask you a question. Do you not find that disrespectful by Matchroom? Hey, if this is an undisputed championship, then why they got a picture of Katie Taylor with the belts and they got Chantal Cameron holding fuck all? Press 1 if you agree with me that and press 2 if you disagree with me. That's terrible, isn't it? But isn't it supposed to be like, who? Wait a minute. I thought Katie Taylor's going up a weight to fight Chantal Cameron. But Chantal Cameron's undisputed. Where's Chantal Cameron's belts in this picture? They're just putting a picture up here like she's some scrub, innit? That's how Chantal Cameron looked when she came out of Waitrose Kingsthorpe's, yeah, 2 years ago in Northampton. She came out empty-handed looking like that. After Wendy told her, you don't belong in Waitrose. That's probably the mugshot of Chantal Cameron coming out. She went in there, yeah, thinking she was going to come out with, I don't know what they come over in Waitrose. She thought she was going to come out of all sorts. Ended up coming out empty-handed. Why they got a picture of Chantal Cameron coming out looking empty-handed. It's a bit wrong, isn't it? Anyway, look, this is the main event for Saturday, May the 20th, 2023. Yeah, it is what it is. Chantal Cameron, Katie Taylor, Terry Harper versus Celia Brackhouse is a very funny placed. Is anybody interested in this? Press 5 if you're interested in Terry Harper versus Celia Brackhouse. Is anybody interested in this? How old is Cecilia Brackhouse? She's been doing it for what? 150 years. She's probably older than Ishmael Barroso. Now but she has been around for years though. Like, I couldn't believe it when I heard she was still boxing. She's been boxing for fucking years, man. Absolutely boxing for years. She's going up against the lovely Terry Harper. I'm going to ignore that comment, Crazy D3. I think you must be smoking crack, so I'm going to ignore that comment. Gary Cully, who is actually a good prospect. Gary Cully is a good prospect. He's up against Jose Felix. We've got Dennis Hogan versus JJ Metcalf for the IBF World title. Jay McFarlane versus Thomas Carty. Do you know who Jay McFarlane is? Isn't Jay McFarlane... Let's have a look. Didn't Jay McFarlane take place in a fight that was shown live on Channel 5 and described by many as the worst domestic title fight of all time? Do you remember that? Who did he fight for the Scottish title? Jay McFarlane. He fought somebody for the Scottish title, and I think it was shown on Channel 5. I believe it was called the worst ever televised title fight ever of all time in terms of like ability and skill. That's the one, Nick Campbell. That's the one. That's the one, isn't it? Jay McFarlane and Nick Campbell. Wasn't that? Didn't that cause an uproar when those two got in the ring? Didn't they call it like one of the worst fights of all time? Or have I got that mixed up? I'm pretty sure that he was involved in the fight and people just said that how has this been shown on TV? Like, the standard is just absolutely diabolical. Anyway, listen, he's back on a matchroom card against Thomas Carty, who was what? Sparring partner to Anthony Joshua. And possibly Dillian White as well. No, he's managed by Dillian White, but he's been a sparring partner to Anthony Joshua. And then we've got Kahim Argaho, who's coming back from a hand injury against Grant Dennis. I'm just going to pretend that's Grant Mitchell. And then you've got this, oh, Jesus Christ, Maisie Rose Courtney versus Kate Radomska. And then Paddy Donovan's in the ring with TBC. To be fair to Matchroom, there aren't that many TBCs on this card, to be honest. You've got to give Matchroom credit. Normally around, 1 week out from a Matchroom card, it's just TBA, 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 TBA. But it looks like Frank Smith's been putting his finger out. It looks like we actually have, some opponents, lined up. But if anybody's seen this Maisie Rose Courtney fight, let me know what you think. I haven't seen it yet. I've heard things, but those things are not nice. And so my mum said, if you can't be nice about something, then probably don't say it at all. So I think we'll move on. So we've got that card. And what is that card on the same night as Haney versus Lomachenko? Which, do you know what? I saw bits and bobs of Devin Haney's last fight. I saw bits and bobs. I watched the Camboso. No, sorry. I saw bits and bobs of his fights with Cambosos. Boring. I saw bits of his fights with Linares, which was boring until, Linares hurt him late on in that fight. I think what the general consensus is, that Haney's too big, isn't it? But Lomachenko is a once-in-a-lifetime fighter, and maybe he's got one great fight left in him. I mean, Lomachenko in his prime is one of the best fighters I've ever seen at negating height and reach, ever, of all time. He's one of the greatest fighters I've ever seen at negating height and reach. But like I said before, I need to pay more attention to Devin Haney. I watched bits and bobs of both those Camboso fights. I think it was the second fight. I think I just switched off after I watched it back in the morning, and after about 8 or 9 rounds, I just turned off. I couldn't take any more of it. It was just, I couldn't be asked to watch it really. But Haney versus Lomachenko, I think most people are going with Haney. I have no idea. I don't know enough. I don't really like making predictions like that. Wood versus Lara, someone asked me. I actually think Lee Wood is going to win that fight. I really do. I think Lee Wood's going to turn that around and win that fight. I think Lee Wood was hurting him and would have won that fight. He got caught with a shot. But I do think Lara is a really, really crude fighter. And I do think Lee Wood has the tools to hurt him and has the tools to get a job done over 12 rounds. So I think, like I said before, I'm going to give Lee Wood the benefit of that in that fight. I'll probably be wrong about that. I'm not comfortable in saying that. But I'm going to give Lee Wood the benefit of that. I'll go for Lee Wood. I'm going to go for Leewood on points. So you can laugh at me on Fight Now. I'm going to go for Leewood on points in that fight. I think Leewood sees the final bell. He'll get the decision, and I think he was well on top. Leewood in that fight. Yeah, he had his Lara definitely hurt him and had his moments, but Leewood was well on top. He was well on top in that fight. And then obviously, like I said before, Lara's an absolutely huge puncher. So we'll have to wait and see. But let's have a look at that event. And this is May the 27th. And I believe on the same night, who have we got? Conlon versus the one who smashed up Warrington, Lopez. Is that right? Have I got that right? That's on the same night as this, right? Conlon and Alberto Lopez is on the same night as this, Wood versus Conlon. Now, obviously, the main events aren't going to clash because Matchroom and Queensbury are going to make sure that the main event don't. Anyway, we all know Frank Warren's main event start at 4 a.m. anyway, so they ain't going to clash, yeah? So we got that. So Wood versus Lara. Obviously, I'm a BT man, so I have to watch Conlon versus Lopez. We'll have to wait and see. Got Jack Catterall back on the card. He's signed to Matchroom. He's in the ring with Dara Foley. Fuck me. Long way down for Jack Catterall. 1 minute you're supposed to be in the ring with fucking Josh Taylor. Next minute you're in the ring with Dara Foley. I know Josh Taylor gets a lot of criticism, but let's be honest. Josh Taylor didn't fight Jack Catterall and jumped straight into a fight, with Teofimo Lopez, right? Whereas Jack Catterall, fortunately, he's in a fight with Dara Foley. So look, there are levels to this game, innit? At the end of the day, there are levels to this game. Never believed that Josh Taylor's scared of anything. I just think Ben Shalom absolutely fucked it up like what Ben Shalom does. And that's the reason why both Josh Taylor and both Jack Catterall no longer are fighting on domestic Sky cards. We've got a vacant English welterweight title. Danny Ball versus Jamie Robinson. This is third up on the card that night, So that's worrying, isn't it? Look, you've got this, Wood versus Lara, which is a cracker, yeah? Then you've got Jack Catterall versus Dara Foley supporting the main event. And then after that, just underneath that, you've got Danny Ball versus Jamie Robinson for the vacant English welterweight title. You've got Aaron Bowen, a.k.a. Canelo Jr., who's going to be in the ring with TBC. This is more like it from Matchroom. This is the kind of stuff that I expect from Matchroom. Look, 27th of May, so we are 13 days away from the fight, and nobody knows who they're fighting. This is the kind of stuff I expect from Matchroom. Do you know what I mean? That other card must have been a mistake. Aaron Bowen, 13 days out from fight night. He don't have a fucking clue who he's fighting. Canelo Jr. versus TBC. Then you've got the great Campbell Hatton, Tony's favorite, Campbell the Killer Hatton. He's against TBC. Then you've got Aqib Fiaz. He's in the ring with TBC. Anthony Croller's brother, William Croller. That's great. That's just what we need in a sport of boxing, don't we? We need more boxers, fucking sons and brothers and all that. And don't you think? Press 5 if you think we need more of that in a sport of boxing. Press 5 if you think we need more of that in a sport of boxing. We don't need any more talented fighters. We just need, people's fucking sons and brothers and cousins, yeah? To get on cards now because they can sell a few tickets. That's what we need now in the sport of boxing. It seems like these days, yeah, everybody's fucking brothers, cousins, sisters, mums, and our boxers, isn't it? You got how many Tyson Fury? How many brothers has he got that are boxing? He's got about 15 brothers, isn't it? Tyson Fury's got about 75 brothers, cousins, and family members, isn't it? That are all boxing. And then you've got Chris Eubank, half of Chris Eubank Jr.'s fucking family tree. They're fucking boxing in a minute. And then obviously we've got Nigel Benn's son, who shall remain nameless for the time being. And now we've got Anthony Croller's brother rocking up to the boxing ring. Just what we need, innit? More people's brothers, cousins, mums, sisters, all fighting. Jesus fucking Christ. Look, maybe he's really good. I mean, you have to ask the question. If his name wasn't Croller, would he be on the card? It is what it is. Rate me this card out of 10 here. William Croller versus TBC. Aqib Fiaz versus TBC. Campbell Hatton versus TBC. Aaron Bowen versus TBC. Danny Ball versus Jamie Robinson. Jack Catterall versus Dara Foley. Mauricio Lara versus Lee Wood. Listen, you ain't got to worry about this pile of shit clashing with Conlon versus fucking Lopez. Let me tell you that right now. Don't worry about this fucking... don't worry about this card, yeah? Clashing with Conlon and Lopez, because I'm only tuning in for the main event, and then that's it. The rest of this shit, I ain't interested in. Let's quickly finish up with the rest of it. Sonny Edwards versus Andreas Campos. Look, Sonny wanted to fight, what's his name? Martinez. Martinez got injured. It is what it is. Shannon Courtney back fighting for a world title. Less said about that, the better. Eddie Scottney's fighting for how many fights? Eddie Scottney. Eddie Scottney's sixth fight fighting for a world title. Sixth fight fighting for a world title. Unbelievable. Sorry, that's a seventh fight. My bad. So she's won 6 fights. So Ellie Scottney, 7th fight, fighting for the IBF world title after fight 7. Johnny Fisher versus TBC. Are we all Johnny Fishered out now? Are we? Honestly, are we all Johnny Fishered out now? Like the old, you know, I don't mind a bit of Big John Fisher, but what do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section. Is the gimmick now beginning to wear thin? What do you think? How much longer can this "my dad likes a Chinese" gimmick run on for? I'm just asking. I'm not taking the piss. I'm genuinely asking. Like, how much longer can this gimmick run on for? My dad likes a Chinese. How much longer can this gimmick go on for? It's got to end eventually, innit? Do you not think? This gimmick's got to end eventually, innit? So, fucking hell. I mean, no disrespect, innit? But, fucking hell, man. Run for Buller, mate. Fucking hell. I mean, Jesus Christ. I've got nothing against Johnny Fisher. I'm sure he's a nice guy, but I'm just saying, innit? Look. Do you know what I mean? Fucking hell. Like, give me an incentive to watch the guy. Put him in a fight that means something. Do you know what I mean? I mean, he's in a fight with TBC again. Fucking hell. Chevon C4 Clark versus David Jameson. Final eliminator for the British Cruiserweight title. Why is Chevon Clark in a final eliminator for the British Cruiserweight title lower on the card than Johnny Fisher versus... Because Johnny Fisher sells tickets. Sorry. Duh. Youssef Komari versus Reece Bellotti. Jesus, Reece Bellotti is still around in the sport of boxing. Fuck me. Seems like Reece Bellotti's been around in the sport of boxing forever. Jesus, do you remember seeing Reece Bellotti on Matchroom Next Gen cards about fucking 10 years ago? Do you remember that? Reece Bellotti. Fuck me. That's a blast from the past. It's on Matchroom Next Gen cards 10 fucking years ago. Didn't we last see him boxing in Barry Earn's back garden on Matchroom Shite Camp? We ain't seen him for ages. Shannon Ryan is fighting TBC. George Lidard versus TBC. And of course, the great Muhammad Ali. 1 win, no KOs, no losses, no draws against TBC. Shout out to all my DAZN subscribers out there who are paying for the likes of this. What's the cost of your membership in a minute? Personally, honestly, and I'll say this in closing to all my DAZN subscribers, instead of paying for all this here, honestly, have a think about putting your money somewhere else. If you're interested in making investments, honestly, see, like, instead of plowing all your money into DAZN and plowing all your money into these dodgy cards, why don't you plow all your money into some investments? So Curtis Woodhouse is running an investment at the minute. Look, Sid365. So you pay Curtis Woodhouse £50 a month, and he gives you tips on horses and which horses are going to win. And then you go to the bookies and clean up. Now, granted, right, the last 20 tips from Curtis Woodhouse have all been losers, right? So people have lost like hundreds of thousands of pounds. But forget that, right? Rather than plowing all your money into DAZN, fucking save it, plow it into this fucking betting scheme from Curtis Woodhouse. That's what I would say. If you want some investment advice, yeah, from Uncle Ultra, fucking shove it in here if you want. It's probably better off. You're probably better off. Probably see better returns on it. You probably see better returns getting tips from Curtis Woodhouse, yeah, on the 4-1 running at Hong Kong, yeah, than you would, yeah, plowing money into some of that, yeah, utter shite, yeah. Some of that utter shite that you can see here. Put it in here. Look, and tell them Ultra sent you. Put it in here. £50 a month. £50 a month for tips on horses. That's where I put my money. Let's go through some comments. Tony said, I walked away and just got back, but while I was gone, I know Campbell Hatton's name had to have been mentioned because day turned to night, wind turned still, and zombies started to rise. Campbell Hatton will be getting brutal knockouts very, very soon. It's going to be so funny when that happens, you know. because people are going to be asking questions about where he got that knockout power from. But I can assure you that Cowboy Hatton will be devastatingly knocking people out in an arena near you very, very soon. And it'll be talked about as the most improved British prospect. You can see this stuff coming from a mile away. Oh my God, he had a slow start, but he's really improved. Only a matter of time. And then give it a year or two, and people will be telling you that Campbell Hatton's world class. I promise you. Super Sardonic says, well, you've convinced me, Ultra. No point in tuning in for Loma versus Haney. Taylor versus Cameron is the true fans' fight. Jesus Christ. It is what it is, isn't it? It is what it is. Right. Has anybody got any more questions before we all go for the evening? Arsenal fans, how you doing this evening? Man United fans, how you doing this evening? Man United fans are full of shit. Trying to say they had a better season than Arsenal. What are you talking about, man? At least Arsenal challenged for the title and pushed City down to the last game or two. Man United fans getting above their station because they won some tin pot cup. What did they win? That Carabao Cup. Who did they beat for the Carabao Cup? Charlton. Who was it? Who did they beat? Charlton. Fucking Notts Forest. Fucking. Who did they beat? Someone tell me. What was Man U's run to that fucking tin pot cup they won? Other than Newcastle in the final, who did they beat? Fucking Charlton's. Fucking Reading. Who did they what? Jesus fucking Christ. One of the easiest runs to a fucking piece of silverware I've ever seen in my life. Nothing but tin pot teams all the way through they beat. Nothing but tin pot teams all the way through to the finish. Apparently they're the better season than Arsenal because they won a tin pot cup, beating fucking championship sides. Fuck me. Listen, I'd rather be in a title race until the last two games against the Pep Guardiola run Man City, who at the moment, have to say, I watch a fair bit of football in a minute. I'm not an expert by any means, but I watch a fair bit. I don't watch every team, but you'd be hard-pressed to find a better team in Europe right now than Man City. In Europe. 11 straight in the Premier League. Absolutely battered by Munich. Watch that one. You'd be hard-pressed to find a better team than City anywhere in Europe right now. So, listen, they've won 11 games straight in the Premier League for a reason. So, Arsenal have done well to stick it out, especially with the likes of Eddie Nketiah and Gabriel Jesus up front. City versus Madrid prediction on Wednesday. Got to go with City at home, haven't you? Got to. You've got to go with City at home. You've got to. You've got to. I don't know. I've seen the bits and bobs of Real Madrid actually, because I do watch a bit of La Liga. I'm going to watch Barcelona second half now. I do watch bits and bobs of La Liga. And Madrid are always very, very dangerous on the counter attack. When you've got, I think Vinicius is the best left-sided player in the world, in my opinion. Vinicius. I think he's the best left-sided attacker in world football, and the most dangerous one-on-one player in football at the minute, in my opinion, is Vinicius. So when you've got him and Rodrigo coming at you on the counter, they've always got a chance to win. Always got a chance to win. They've got great ball strikers as well, like Cruz, Valverde, Modric, guys that can make something happen from outside of the box. Modric's one of the best passers in the game. And they've got a very good defense. Look, Rudiger, Alaba, and Militao at the back. I mean, Real Madrid have serious defense, man. Like Militao, a lot of people would say he's arguably the best centre-back in the world right now, Eder Militao. And Rudiger's a monster. You saw what he did to Haaland in the first leg. But you've got to go with City at home. You've got to go with City at home. So I'm going to go back with City. Okie dokie. Take care of yourselves and each other, especially Arsenal fans. Take care of yourselves, Arsenal fans. Don't ignore the memes of people sticking up apple crumble on Twitter, yeah? Ignore them. You ain't no crumble jobs. Peace out.